Hey there folks, SINITAR here, today with a video for fellow Xbox players. Though, of course, all these mods exist for PC version of the game, so if you didn't play or know them before, you may watch this video all the same. For most of players, new quests and lands is the most important mod category, as it's all about exploration, new storylines, enemies and adventuring in general. And so I'm glad to present you the list of the 10 best quest mods for Skyrim on Xbox One, updated for 2020. Quest mods with either the best level design and atmosphere, or intriguing and deeply written storylines, but in most of cases, both. These mods may vary in size, where each can give you from like 3 up to 20 hours of gameplay. Due to immense size of some of them and Xbox mod space limitation, you most likely will not be able to use them all together in a single walkthrough. But in practice that's not even a problem, as these 10 can keep you busy for a couple of different walkthroughs at least. Let's take a look. Let's start from something new and fresh, shall we? The Midwood Isle is a new land and a quest mod with a size of a small to medium DLC, which takes place at the home of the Sun Elves, far away from Skyrim, where you can learn more about them and the history of the island itself. The island itself is like 2 Skyrim halls in size. There are around 30 quests you can do in total, plenty of dungeons to explore, and a special additional dimension called the Spirit World, enemies to fight and puzzles to solve. During the main questline, you will play as a protagonist to prevent the rise of a Dark Lord Zachris. The level design is detailed and voice acting is really great. Take a quick peek yourself.
Look around you. Do you like it? This is the world we strive to build, and we need your help. Lord Zachris will burn this world and enslave all who dare stand against.
The Brotherhood of Old is underrated and really well done quest mod, which storyline takes places directly after you finish vanilla Dark Brotherhood questline. It is made with careful attention to the lore and fits seamlessly into the game, so good you can't even say it is a mod added content. It presents a thrilling storyline with non-linear structure, with you being a leader of Brotherhood, recruiting new members and protecting Brotherhood from a shadowy threat. Or not. It is all up to you. With 24 quests available in total, you're starting to unwrap the dark mysteries around Brotherhood, and its fate now is in your hands. Mod also has simply outstanding voice acting quality, so good that sometimes it is really hard to notice the difference compared to original voice. Well, take a look.
Their mother, the death of the Emperor, has made the name of Sithis feared once again throughout the land. But we are few, too few to answer so many prayers.
Any idea who we are going to grab? I've heard of them. Jizakar and Majura, right? They're ruthless. They'll fit right in.
A mysterious and powerful criminal has been spotted in Skyrim, his trail dogged by hunters from Morrowind. However, there may be more at stake than it seems, and this criminal may be familiar. Moon and Star is a small quest mod with investigation and references to Morrowind. It involves a short, somewhat detective storyline, a few side quests, a new town, a new dungeon and an epic boss fight in the end, and of course worthy rewards. It is fully voiced by talented voice actors. As mentioned before, mod is really short, it can be finished in like 2 hours, but really well done in every matter. While originally being released almost 7 years ago, gosh the time flows, Falskaar remains one of the most well-known quest mods for Skyrim, and it's well deserved. A truly DLC-sized adventure with a vast terrain size and dozens of locations to explore, with beautiful handcrafted level design, not less beautiful than Skyrim itself. Falskaar opens 20+ hours journey into new land with over 25 quests, war, trickery, ancient magic and so much more, with plenty of new lore to unveil and thousands of dialogue lines. Moreover, it has own absolutely stunning soundtrack written by a professional composer especially for the mod. Falskaar is old but great adventure, which feels like a native extension to the game and which you should play through at least once. The Grey Cowl of Nocturnal heavily hints of its content with its very name, but there is just so much more besides that in this truly unique quest mod. For a long time no one claimed the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. The last one was the champion of Cyrodiil at the ending days of the Third Era, but what happened after Oblivion Crisis? Where is the Grey Cowl now? You're a thief and during stealing and pickpocketing items around the world, a vision appears in front of you. The Grey Cowl is calling. The big journey has started. Where you will go now? Many places are awaiting you, legendary places, ancient places that need to be cleaned from the sands of time. Travel to something absolutely different, a Liquor's Desert, lands of sands and oases, to dive into 20+ hours quest, which also pays tribute to Oblivion. Besides the desert itself, there are multiple dungeons and even other realms to visit in process. This mod throws you into really unique adventure with original art style. An amazing mix of detective and horror, Clockwork is one of the most unusual and yet lore-friendly quest mods at the same time. It feels so different compared to any other quest mod you may have played, but the more you play it, the more you see how carefully it is done and with which love to endless test lore. Unique level design, investigation in depths of Dwemer City, haunting ghosts and a royal mansion as a reward. Sign me in! Clockwork is a little gem and I highly recommended to play, with 5 to 8-9 hours of playtime depending on how good you are with analyzing the information. Now prepare for something mind-blowing in terms of level design, something you never seen before in Skyrim modern history. Carved Brink is something you will never forget. Just look at these shots and you will instantly understand why. This mod adds a Daedric realm of Periite, the pits, and an unknown part of Oblivion, faceted stones. One of many Daedric pocket plains hidden throughout Oblivion. Many years ago it was inhabited by snow elves, but now this place belongs to another race, goblins. Embark on an adventure for treasure, make unusual friendships, and be tested with the trial of the Daedra. Even the exploration here is nothing else you can meet. It is vertical, jump and teleport between the floating islands to uncover the secrets of this place. While this exact mod is more about exploration in first turn, its storyline is really curious as well, with the professionally done voice acting. Take a listen in.
What? You got me there. Wait a minute. You be serious? Oh, come on! What are they teaching you these days?
Very stupid one. Firstly, inside you now is perhaps the only dose of the cure, and the task did not imply you were sick as well.
Carved Brink is an absolutely must-have no matter which type of quest mods you prefer. It is an experience as nowhere else with over 10 hours of journey.
7 years ago, I discovered this wondrous city, uninhabited. Others soon followed, heeding my invitation, and our community grew and prospered under my rule. But as I write this, I am alone once again, for my subjects have been the victims of an unspeakable atrocity. This is why, at the expense of my own life, I must open a portal that will take you into the past, before all this began. Beloved reader, you must go back, investigate what set this atrocity in motion, and prevent it by any means necessary.
Imagine yourself a mod with a storyline written so good and intriguing that it won a National Writers Guild award. Yep, you heard it right. A mod which script won a literary award. Travel to an ancient underground city which is living under a magic dwarven law and solve a murder mystery under the artificial sun deep below the ground. You will need to solve it using your wits in first turn. And during the walkthrough, you will gain the ability to travel through time. It has a dark, non-linear storyline in which you will interrogate suspects, explore the city and its secrets, and navigate challenging moral dilemmas. It features multiple endings, an original orchestral score, and professionally voiced dialogues. Over 1020 lines of dialogue, puzzles that reward lateral thinking, dilemmas with consequences, and the feeling of uncovering something incredible after you finish it, leaving you with many thoughts to yourself. Forgotten City is one of the best quest mods made not only for Skyrim, but in history of modding in general. And now a side note which many of you might like as well. If you will enjoy the mod, make sure to visit the Steam page linked in the video description, as during this winter, this mod is being reimagined out of Skyrim setting as a standalone game, built on beautiful Unreal Engine graphics and with many new scenes. The Wheels of Lull is probably one of the most unusual and underrated quest mods for Skyrim. It is simply an enormous, sprawling expansion-sized quest mod that ties together countless pieces of endless and weird Elder Scrolls lore. The player is recruited into the ranks of a rejected chronographer platoon and shunted off to the Clockwork city outpost of Lull Moor, an outpost at the edge of Sotasil domain. Mod features 5 enormous dungeons with mini-bosses, unique treasures and plenty of puzzles to solve. You will be exploring strange new landscapes, from deepest oceans and underground forest up to giant foundries and lava-filled clockwork rooms, and of course, facing new enemies and getting powerful artifacts. Besides the West main quest, there are few side quests within Lull Moor, once again involving puzzle solving and tests of player wits, rather than combat. You can gain simply unmeasurable amount of test lore in this mod, and the level design is just sometimes surrealistic but sticking to the lore at the same time. You'll have an adventure like this nowhere else. Now comes the winner of today's list. Project AHO is a large side quest mod which can easily give a head start to any of official Skyrim DLCs. Absolutely each part of this mod, be it the level design, storyline scripting, voice acting, is on absolutely next level, which doesn't look like a fan work, but something made by passionate and talented game developers. In this mod, you will visit Saded Kagran, a hidden settlement of Great House Telvanni, built on the ruins of a great dwarven city and able to uncover the secrets of the most grand Dwemer invention ever, Aetherium Hyperspace Observatory. Explore over 40 new locations, go through non-linear, branching main questline and many interesting and sometimes just ridiculously funny side quests, talk to dozens of fully voiced characters with almost 10,000 lines in total, uncover unique artifacts, and just have tons of joy exploring this ancient city.
You scum! You're as obedient as a dog with these amulets around your necks.
Our settlement is more than 2 centuries old. Pay Milo a visit. He's the local historian.
Talk to everyone. It is free, except for when you are talking to Rashira. Rashira's words are priceless. Not most.
Another benefit of the mod is how much it is done with love to arguably still best Elder Scrolls game, Morrowind. Saded Kagran breezes with it, from simply a stunning level design to a deeply written characters which feel like an alive person's. The AI packages in the mod are also done greatly. The whole city feels like a living one, where NPCs are doing dozens of routine actions daily, besides just serving as a quest milestones for you. You'll feel yourself immersed from the very first seconds until the very last ones. Project AHO is an undeniable number 1 of today's list and simply one of the best quest mods I ever played between many games. That's it for now, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this video and picked up a few new mods for your journeys. Make sure to enable channel notifications and join our Discord to always stay in touch. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. SINITAR Gaming here, signing out.